So I'm about to play a little bit of this video of old Devil Biden here, and I just want you right. He's gonna say, remember that old parable or Proverbs? Well, that's what Salaki. He's gonna say, remember that old proverb? I never even heard the fucking word of the proverb he's talking about, but he says that, and then right after that, he says a computer chip. Now, when I think of Proverbs, I think of, the Bible. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this play.
Remember that old proverb, for want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. And it goes on and on until the kingdom was lost. All for the want of a horseshoe nail. Even small failures at one point in the supply chain can cause outside impacts further up the chain. Recently, we've seen how a shortage of computer chips, like the one I have here, you can hardly see it, I imagine. It's called a semiconductor. It's caused delays in production of automobiles that has resulted in reduced hours for American workers. A 21st century horseshoe nail. This semiconductor is smaller than a postage stamp, but it has more than 8 billion transistors.
And so first and foremost, all praises YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAA, QADASH. Anyways, at the start of this, he puts in his little headphone in his ear, you know what I mean? Usually you can tell when they're reading from the prompter, but he's got the little, speaker in his ear letting him know, what to say and yada yada. Be talking about that little microchip. Like I said, he said proverb, and that made me think, Bible, and then bam, computer chip. You know what I mean? And yeah. I'm gonna read a verse here, Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Anyways, if you go into the Greek, if you go into the word mark and translate to the Greek, it's charagma, and then it goes into karox, and then if you look at the definition, of a karox, it tells you, yeah, that's not working. Palisade. So here we go. Going to this. This is the Blue Letter Bible app. He causeth, it means to prepare, to make ready. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. You go into that word, charagma.
Strong's G 5480, charagma.
Charagma. The root word. See down here, here's the biblical usage, the definition: a stamp, an imprint mark, a mark stamped on forehead, right hand, as badge of the followers of the Antichrist. It is See, these are Antichrist. There's not just one Antichrist. I know a lot of people say, oh, the devil's coming back and he's going to act like God and da-da-da. And that's off, man. That's off. The Antichrist, who do you think's acting like that? Who's trying to control everybody's, know everything about everyone to the point they want to track your every movement through a radio frequency. You know what I mean? We're all slaves to the system. You know what I mean? Like, you don't own nothing. If you do own something when you die, if you don't got somebody to keep it going, they're gonna take it away. You don't pay your taxes, they're going to take it away. But anyways, if you go into the root word is karax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
And some homework here. That word right there, if you search that, web search, I'll just do it real quick. And then compare it, you know, do your research about that, you know, what that tool they use to, that inserting device, you know, for that thingy that we're talking about. But John saw, you know, a mark put in their right hand, or in the, see, they put that car up there trying to throw people off. But it goes back into a fence post. It's supposed to be like this right here. And you see the how it's shaved off at the point. It has a point to it. That's a palisade. That's what they called them back in, you know, days of John. Palisade. Anyways, pretty simple. To buy or sell. Verse 17, no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, with the name of the beast, the number of his name. So everything's moving digital, man. They're gonna take this FNR out. That's their goal. This is becoming a one world system. And I know other pastors, you know, outside of the, you know, the truth, because when I was a kid growing up, you know, I paid a little bit of attention to you know, dude at Shepherd's Chapel, Arnold, and he talked, you know, he was off on a lot of things. You know, he was off on the mark because they sent out that CD saying, you know, the mark of the beast ain't, you know, many have you believe that it's a chip. What else could it be? It's not Christianity. It's not how you think, because that's not going to stop you from buying and selling. You know what I mean? But he's on a couple things, you know, a lot of stuff he was there, like he said they're going to move to a one world system. You know, he's in, and that's what they're doing, okay? So, okay, anyways. But, I got off, subject there. So this is today or yesterday. When was this? The 24th, okay? You see?
8 billion transistors, 10,000
transistors.
times thinner than a single human hair in this one chip.
8 billion.
These chips are a wonder of innovation and design.
That's how many people's on Earth, too.
Stamp, but it has more than 8 billion transistors. 8 billion transistors, 10,000 times.
See how he repeats stuff twice. He said the 8 billion 2 times. And if you go back a little bit.
Horseshoe nail. Even small failures at one point. Proverb, for want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. And it goes on and on until the kingdom was lost.
Their kingdom.
All for the want of a horseshoe nail.
See?
Even small failures at one point in the supply chain can cause outside impacts further up the chain. Recently, we've seen how a shortage of computer chips, like the one I have.
Hear him double it. You hear him say computer chips, and then he said 8 billion. You know what I mean? Listen, they got that tongue of the serpent, man. His tongue is fucking, and then it's slithering, buddy.
Our constitutional journey did not stop then, and it must not stop now, Judge. And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement. There's actual discussion
To track his every movement.
about that. You will rule on that.
Mark my words.
Before your tenure is over.
So how you gonna tell somebody, mark my words? You know what I mean? And here we are today, and look.
Can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violence?
You will rule on this.
Rule on that. And Judge, I need to know whether you will be adjusted.
Alright, so anyways, this is a playlist A Devils 2. And the name of my channel is Mark the Beast info page. I was on a previous channel, but I just received my second strike. So yeah, I'm kind of off that channel for 2 weeks. It says if I get a third strike, then they're going to delete my channel. So, but that's where we're at on that. Let's see. What I want to bring some stuff out, man. It's hard to think sometimes. I wanna. Let's get some Proverbs here. Since what's his name wants to call something what it is, what it ain't. Here's a proverb for you. I'm gonna start verse 1. Through desire a man, having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. A fool hath no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Listen. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Understand? Oh, man. Here's a proverb for you. It's 1 Samuel 24:13. As saith the proverb of the ancients, wickedness proceedeth from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. This is the one I was wanting to get though. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? There's another verse. Let's see if I can find it. Roughly paraphrasing, it's when the righteous are in judgment, the people are happy. When the wicked are in judgment, the people mourn. I can't think of what verse that is. And look at everything. Look at this world. I mean, obviously the wicked is in control because people are mourning. Man, this is hell. You understand? This is their heaven. And they got everybody sold into slavery. You know, on just false pretenses or whatever. People are just stupid, man. There is no sense in these people. And they got too much pride, for one. But not just that, I mean, Man, wow. But this is how the Lord set it up, man. He set it up like this. So, all praise is Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAA, QADASH. Because, man, we're blessed, brothers. The brothers that's in this truth, that, that's seeking that 100%, you know what I mean? Like, we're keeping it real. That's 100 right here, you know what I mean? This word, man, this is giving us, this is the breath of life. This is, our salvation, YAHAWASHI. You know what I mean? Like, man, and man, I'm new, on this bringing it out, but I've always seek the light. I've always seek the Lord, and just went down a lot of dead end roads, it seemed like, and just questions that didn't make sense to me. When I had questions, and then people couldn't ever answer my questions, and man, it's like once you find the I found the brothers bringing it out, that millstone, and great it is, man. Like, wow, just if you got that RACHAA QADASH on you, you know what I mean? You got that Holy Spirit on you, and when you hear, I sit there and listen. I'm at work. I got my headphones in, just listening. No one comes to talk to me all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be at work 8 hours and not have to say a word to anybody. They don't come say nothing to me. You know what I mean? And just, I'm soaking it up, and I want to be able to reach people, and with this truth, but y'all see what's going on. They're cutting it off. Here I am. I had 900 something videos on here. I said, how I felt, and just freestyle rap songs, just going off. I was going off, not doing like I was supposed to, and just whatever. And I was getting on here and making them videos, letting everybody know how I felt, and yada, and just, like I said, they didn't strike none of them videos. They didn't take down none of them videos. And then I end up going to jail here a while back, and I got sober, and then I get out and been working, and then I been in this truth, you know what I mean? Like, I seen a little local camp, and like, that was after I already discovered, the brothers from G on here, and yeah. And after I seen this little camp over, local camp, I was like, man, that's when I really got in it heavy. I learned the names, and yeah, I just, man, been drawn to that light ever since. And if you're a spiritual brother, we had times, how them brothers can just, it's like it's one body, everybody's just in sync with each other, and that's like beautiful harmony. Like, man, my brain, I sit and listen to the brothers bringing out precepts, and like, I have them popping up in my head, you know what I mean? When I'm hearing, to counter theirs, and then it's there, and like, man, like, that fuels the fire. But I'm by myself. I don't have no, what I mean? So, woe, roughly paraphrasing, woe to the man that's by himself. But hey, that's my lot, and this is Lord willing, we're gonna all be together when it's time, and anyways, I'm just rambling on here, but I get a little, little feeling, I try not to ask for the Lord for, too much, I just try to be humble and, you know, consider myself blessed. But the other day I was just sitting out here, and there's this little instant word guide. You know, it had a I guess Issachar's name on it. You know, guy from Mexico trying to, you know, learn the language. You know, up here, whoever lived in this house before me, I found out in the shed. But I have it just setting up on that shelf, and I try, you know, my channel is RT72. I always try to find like do 7 or 72 or something like that. So I try to just open up the book without looking, you know, just I stuck my finger in a page and I opened it up. And when I did, I opened it up to 137, but I opened it up in the top right hand corner, said immortal. You know what I mean? That's the page I opened it up to, and I was like, man, that's a spirit, brother. Like, you know, like, man, and that's how we gotta think, man. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, don't fear him that can kill the body. Rather fear the Lord that can kill the body and the soul. And that's it. And, you know, faith the size of a mustard seed. Was it Matthew 17:20? You gotta have faith the size of a mustard seed. You know what I mean? You have faith that no weapon against me you should prosper. You know, roughly paraphrasing. Gotta have faith that, you know, whatever is gonna be done is thy will. You know, and I have faith, you know, in the Lord that I'm immortal. You know what I mean? If it's His will for me to die in this life before the end or whatever, He's gonna bring me back and I'm gonna be immortal. Like that's how I feel. Faith on 100. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel that this connection. You know, when, like I said, I on here listening to these brothers bringing that truth, man. That's like that fuels my fire. Without that, I don't know what to do, man. Like, But I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna close out. Matthew 17:20. And YAHAWASHI said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall move, and nothing shall be impossible to you. Philippians 4:13. Through YAHAWASHI, Mashiach, who strengthens me, anything is possible. And man, that's what we got. That's how we gotta. We know what's coming. You know what I mean? We know what's coming. There's prophecies, you know, and like the Lord opened our eyes to see, and you know the water Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for the elders and the apostles out here, you know, working for the Lord, you know, servants and for the Lord, and like, man, yeah, but with that, I just want to say here, I'm gonna get another one off of here, my Bible right here, 2 Peter 2 verse 7. Let me start at 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot. He was vexed by, you know, their ungodliness, their wickedness. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Verse 8, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And that's how we feel, man. Like, I know what's right. You know what I mean? And all my life I've been seeing everything just so ass backwards. And then people would be, faking it. You think, and I started realizing, the ones that be going to these little churches, and they fucking deep down inside, they're fucking devils. Like, a lot of them, man. Like, and that ain't no lie. I'm gonna get verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. See, and that's what it is. There's just so many of them, all the unjust, wicked ass, ungodly souls in these damn people, in these vessels, are taking over the world, because that's all there is. Because right here it says, I'm reading again, 2 Peter 2:9, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. See, they're all getting reserved. You see all these devils everywhere, that he's reserving them. YAHAWASHI is reserving them for judgment day when he comes back, because he's gonna take his elect, off here, and then it's party time. He's gonna light them up, baby. Hey, all praise Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. And man, here's verse 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh, in the lust of the uncleanness, and despise government, meaning despising the laws and commandments. This is the government. Presumptions are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord, YAHAWASHI. It's not even the angels. They don't even, you know what I mean? They know they don't cross them lines that these damn devils down here are crossing. Alright. But with that, Shalom.